Welcome to Vinh the Kitchen with Vinh. How to cook for Instagram, hosted by Vinh. I'm your host, Vinh. In this age of sourdough, dalgona coffee, banana bread, and our ever-growing dependency on social media's validation, during these unprecedented times, we need to continue to improvise, adapt, and overcome. Long gone are the days where we could be out with our friends, spend 5 minutes taking photos for that perfect post. So I want to show how you could spend 5 hours pretending you know how to cook and make something that you'd be proud to share. Because if you're not going to post it, what's the point of eating?
We're going to start off with some homemade bread. It's really easy. Gives you some credibility and some clout. So we're going to need a scale, weigh some butter, let it get to room temp. Nice, got it on my first try. My mixer, you can do this by hand, but I'm lazy. I'm using bread flour, but you could use all-purpose. It just won't be as chewy. I'm trying to impress you, so I'm using bread flour. Salt, sugar, instant yeast. Measure out our milk, heat it to 100 Fahrenheit. Measure out our warm water. Dough hook for our dough. In the mixer it goes. And let it knead. Once it turns into somewhat of a dough, add your softened butter in batches. Let it develop some more gluten. This one's not enough. That's enough. Let's pull it out. You can see how it sticks to itself. When we stretch it and can see light through it, we're good. Roll it into a ball. And then the most important step, give it a nice slap. This is the only reason I bake. Now we have our nice supple ball of dough. Get into a greased bowl. Let it rise overnight in the fridge or a couple hours at room temp. Alright, so it's next in the morning. It should be doubled by now. Let it get to room temp for about an hour or so. Beat it down like it owes you money. Toss it on out. Now it's time to shape it. I got this fancy Pullman loaf pan. It makes a nice square loaf for the gram, but you can use any loaf pan. Just calculate the volume and adjust. It's basic algebra. So we'll start shaping our dough to about the size of the pan. Plop it in. Then we gotta let it rise in a warm place. About 30 minutes later, this is not enough rise. Dough's too springy still. We'll leave it in a little bit longer. Now this is enough rise. Soft, and the dimple slowly comes back. Time to bake. Bake it at 350 Fahrenheit. Get the internal temp to at least 200 Fahrenheit. That should take about 35 minutes or so. Let it rest for a few hours. We don't want no soggy bread. Alright, let's cut it down the middle. Very crooked. Check out that crumb. Give it a nice sniff. And you got some bread. Alright, so today we're going to make some pesto. I've actually never done this before, so... Anyway, get a jar that fits an immersion blender. Drop some garlic, basil leaves, none of the big stems though. Jam them all in there. Measure out your pine nuts, measure out extra virgin olive oil. Let's get to blending. It's kind of awkward and weird at first, but after some persistence, you'll find I'm an alright guy. Add some salts I forgot, grate our Parmigiano-Reggiano. Make sure you get it all over the table. Little by little, incorporate the oil till it all comes together. Taste it. Yeah, it tastes like pesto. So we're gonna need some pasta now. We'll pull out the scale again. We gotta be accurate, precise, you know? Cultivate our image meticulously, alright? So, 100 grams per serving, 1 pinch of salt per serving, 1 teaspoon of olive oil per serving, 1 egg per serving. You could do it on the counter like Nona used to, but again, I'm lazy, so I'll process this together. Pulse it a couple times, pour it out, gather all your broken dreams and squeeze them tightly into a ball. And start kneading. Realize it's a little too dry and add a touch of water till it comes together. We'll see our gluten develop, and it's getting real tough now. Cover it in wrap and let it nap for a few hours. 4 hours later now, much more pliable. Divvy it up in each serving. 2 of 4 of these servings may or may not be for me. Pull out the double mixer for the double flex. Pass the attachments on. I mean, you could roll this out by hand, but we have the technology. Anyway, flour the attachments. Roll out your dough, starting at your thickest setting. Fold into a cute little envelope to get a rectangular shape. And keep going until you get to your thinnest setting. Cut your sheets of pasta in half unless you like super long noodles. Then cut the noodles. Bada bing, bada boom. Easy. Next, my world's famous black garlic Caesar dressing. Like maybe 9 people have tried it, but they all said it was really good, okay? One-handed egg crack for the flex. Messed it up really badly. Pour in our vegetable oil, salt, Hondashi, Dijon mustard, Worcestershire sauce, juice the lemon, make sure you squeeze some of that lemon in your eye, garlic, and the secret ingredient, 1 clove of black garlic, Parmigiano-Reggiano, again, super important to get all over the table, some black pepper, and we'll blend it from the bottom up, super easy. Anyway, get it all over your finger for a quick taste test. That's rich. Alright, chicken parm. Typically made with chicken breast, but I'm cheap and I like thick thighs. I also debone my own thick thighs because I'm cheap. Do a practice one, then the 4th one's for the gram. Cut off any excess fat. Follow the backbone, cut that out. Follow the thigh bone and the drumstick. Scrape around with a knife. Easy stuff. But don't throw out the scrap. There's plenty of meat on that bone. Now you take this home, throw it in a pot, add some broth, a potato. Baby, you got a stew going. Anyway, slap these bad boys flat. Pull out my scale again. And my memory card's full, but basically half a teaspoon of kosher salt for 1 pound of meat, some pepper, garlic powder, and let that chill in the fridge uncovered for a few hours. Alright, dinner time. Let's set up our fry station. Egg, panko and parmesan, flour chicken in the egg, flour chicken egg in the panko parmesan, flour chicken egg panko parmesan in the oil, flour chicken egg panko parmesan out of the oil. Oh, and you want your thighs at like 180 Fahrenheit-ish. Garlic bread. Really simple. Spread your previously prepared black garlic spread on your bread. I made it a few days ago, but it's garlic, black garlic, butter, salt, whipped together. Super easy. Anyway, toast it, and be sure to leave your kitchen door open. Okay, home stretch. I'm running late for dinner service. My parents are hungry, but time to put everything together. You'd want to boil your pasta by now, but fresh pasta takes like 60 seconds. Oh, and there's some butter in there already. We're gonna put our pesto sauce, some pasta water, toss it together. Sorry, chef. Right away, chef. Alright, to plate. Do a fancy twirl, drop it gently. Why not? Let's add a little more. Grab a chicken, place that pretentiously, garlic bread, the salad that's been tossed off camera, and garnish with some black pepper and even more cheese. Finally, here we are, the only reason why we cook. So here, we're gonna need at least 8 different angles. Pro tip, you can make multiple plates for multiple photos. Increase your chance for that perfect shot. Now, you might be wondering, that seems like a lot of work for, what, 3 fire emojis? Is it worth it? Let me tell you, absolutely not.
Wow, that was great. I learned a lot, and I hope you learned a lot too. And so there you have it, how to cook for Instagram for that Insta gratification. You go get those likes, you go get those comments, you go get those emojis. Keep that facade that you're living your best life. But you know, we had lots of fun today, lots of laughs, lots of jokes. But you know something that's not a joke? Fire safety. Be sure to check your fire alarm periodically to ensure the safety of you and of your loved ones. So that's all from here. Keep fit and have fun.